Ladies and gentlemen, I'm coming on a smoother vibe. It's your boy D1. Pretending like he's on the solo tip, but someone's sitting across from me, and he goes by the name of who?
Oh, HB Mike G all day, every day. What's going on, people? Shout out to people who subscribe to Has-Beens Productions.
Thank you so kindly.
Yes. Our goal, we try to get 100 subscribers.
Not 100K.
100 subscribers.
People.
We going small. You gotta crawl before you walk.
There's
right?
a whole
Before
lot of
this
crawling.
whole journey becomes a reality, you gotta crawl before you walk. You know what I mean? On some humble notes. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to everybody who appreciate our platform. Who keep telling us to keep making, consistent episodes. We try to do the best we can due to certain circumstances. You know what I mean? So it's all about staying positive and just feeding off each other's positive energy,
Yeah. Oh yes.
Yes, sir. Yes,
This
sir.
is different, man. I mean, I'm really digging this beat, man.
Yo, appreciate that, man. Shout out to the producers that, give us the plugins, the exclusives when, we put on these platforms,
Damn has-beens, I tell you.
Yo, that's all we can do. It's just really, try to create a groove, make you guys bounce to it. Sometimes make you want to meditate in your own way and fashion and form. That's going to make, make you feel comfortable, so that's the most important thing. But yeah, we're here, don't forget to press the share, the like, and the subscribe. Don't forget the notification bell.
And
Click that, you get to see our uppermost recent episodes.
Well,
So please, check out that option of getting things. You know who you are.
I know who I am.
Yeah.
Do you know who you are?
I'm a has-been, man. Unfortunately, I'm one of those guys. I haven't been through it, but I just woke up with a strained Achilles for no reason. You know what I mean?
Man. You know what? I got a hernia just from it's just something you went through. I just woke up with a hernia.
Nah, man, it doesn't feel good. You ever woke up, you feel straight, and then you use the washer. I don't know, man. Kidney stones might be a
come on, man. You're taking it to that level. The stone.
It's not me.
Jeez.
It's not me. I'm just going by statistics, okay?
I guess you're
going by
your has-been if you're lactose intolerant and you drink too much milk and you get a stone. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know of all that. I just know when you get the kidney stones, it's treacherous.
And it quite hurts.
Yeah. If your has-been, you already know what that thing is. You try to eliminate that pain.
And you know where it's coming out from.
Oh gosh,
Yikes.
that's right. Yeah, man. Your has-been when you play sports and then for some reason your foot's slowing you down because you didn't realize you tore your Achilles. You know what I mean? That happened to plenty of people I know.
Wait, your has-been if you don't eat proper and you can't run, but all of a sudden you're a smoker. You got Ben Johnson.
It's called paranoia, my friend. It's called side effects. I haven't been down that road quite some time. Not to say I've ever been down that road. Not to try to say that I've ever experienced those type of vibes before. But speaking of vibes, you need to subscribe to to feel the vibe. Please like, share, subscribe. Please leave a comment for your boys on in HB land. We're not too cool for school like that to ignore people. When they leave a comment, we'll definitely leave a message as quickly as possible. You know what I mean? So right now we be talking about the LA Lakers.
The Lakers.
Yes, sir. We're talking about the LA Lakers.
The Lakers.
We're talking about their roster right now,
And they lacking bad.
Big time, Are they have a nice roster or are they straight imposters?
Actually, that's a good name. Why can't they just call them the Lakers?
People probably do call them the Lakers. You know what I mean? It's been a long time since it got to Olympics. Yeah.
But you know what? I have a question for everyone. If you can leave us your opinion, what do you think about LeBron turning down playing USA basketball to promote a movie?
Well,
Space Jam, the new legacy.
Well, I'll tell you this.
Let us know, please, how you feel about that.
Yeah, that's a great question. You know, how do I feel about that? I'm not surprised. You know what I mean?
I mean, it is a kids movie, but we're not saying the kids are kids.
Nah,
you know
I'm talking about the young adults, the Jamal, you know. Jamal. Sorry, the LeBron James out there. I was thinking about Jamal Mashburn, thinking about some old school real quick.
Some Dallas Mavericks right there.
Some Dallas Mavericks / Miami Heat real quick. I was thinking
the 3 J's. You remember the 3 J's on Dallas?
Yo, Jimmy Jackson, Jason Kidd, Jamal Mashburn.
That's right, the 3 J's.
I know that. But if you're has been, you know that roster. You know what I mean? Yeah, you know.
For those people who don't know, that was before Dirk Nowitzki. Before Dirk Nowitzki.
Before Mike Finley, before Steve Nash.
Oh, Mike Finley. Yes.
Yeah, you people forgot Steve Nash used to play for the Mavericks.
You know what's how Mike Finley always try to emulate that Michael Jordan Tomahawk slam?
Yup.
YouTube that, if you people don't know about that. But anyhow, yes. Mike Finley, you know, he was one of the elites on Dallas Mavericks.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yeah, man. Definitely, you know. But yeah, man, talk about has-beens, you know. He's currently in the NBA. He's close to a has-been. His name is LeBron James, hosting, you know.
He's on his way out the door.
The Los Angeles Lakers.
No, not even hate. You know what? It's not even me hating on LeBron. I appreciate what he's done for the league. But the problem is, what is the league going to do for the league once he leaves?
Well, you know, when you said that you thankful for that, I still thinking for, like, why am I thankful in the first place? That's just me personally.
You're that person only, so you take it up personal.
Yeah, that's just me. You know, it's me. Like, it is what it is. You know, like, you know, you're in the NBA. You know, big up yourself. You know, but you know the Lakers.
The Lakers, yes.
Yeah, the Lakers look at their lacking right now. You know what I mean? Like, they made a deal to get Russell Westbrook for Montrezl Harrell, right?
Yes.
Who else they got? They also got Kyle Kuzma.
Uh-huh.
Who else they got? They got KCP.
That's right.
And they got a first round. I think it's a first round draft pick.
It don't even matter what round it is.
Doesn't matter.
It's a pick.
Yeah.
It's 4 people.
Yeah.
For one Westbrook.
Man, that's crazy.
But the trade didn't actually happen as of yet because, you know, Montrezl Harrell is still exercising his restricted contract, you know, the millions, you know. So it's not official yet, people.
Yeah.
But you know what? Because it's Montrezl Harrell there, you know, shout out to Busta Rhymes for having his 25th anniversary, The Coming album. Yo, that album was pretty fire still.
That was definitely fire, man. That was heat. You know
you're a has-been if you had a Sony Discman, or even the Sony Sports Walkman. You know that bright yellow where you had to like click the thing to open and put a cassette tape in there. You know?
Oh yeah.
The real Sony heads.
Oh yeah. Yep. Definitely. No, man. You know, I definitely feel you on that one, man, because technology's been so tricky these days. You gotta give thanks, you know what I mean? Whatever situation you're in, keep your head up. But in the meantime, we talk about Los Angeles Lakers.
The Lakers.
You know, they got Russell Westbrook. You want to know how you feel about Russell Westbrook being on a team with LeBron James and Anthony Davis? Do you see yourself, Westbrook, being the alpha male of the group, or do you see him going kind of crazy there?
But here's the real question.
What's that?
Can LeBron James actually take the backseat role? If he's the face of the franchise? That's what I want to know. Like, how can you say that he's the GOAT? Or we don't want to go down that GOAT road, but how can you say, like, LeBron is the face of the team, but he's got to take a few steps back because of, you know, time?
Well, these are good questions, man. Like, I don't know what makes him feel that way. You know what I mean? I'm not even dissing. You know what I mean? Everybody, if you feel like you're the best player in the world, you know, big up yourself. You know, when you feel like you can prove it, then that's bless up, you know? But I'm a little speechless, just with the approach with this whole Laker narrative. Like, every year when the season's done, I always hear some type of news that somebody wants to come, to the Lakers side and become a Laker. Nothing wrong with that, but I always feel like it's some type of like AAA basketball league. You get the hypest players on that team. You just go in, and you face against the team. And that's just reality of things. And I just don't know why every year we just gotta go through the same narratives about how to improve the Lakers. The Lakers not I'm sorry, but the Lakers not the NBA league.
I just don't understand. Like, what about Golden State?
I don't know. I don't. I just don't know. Even Philly. You know what I mean? Like, there's just teams that just trying different things, but you hear the same teams with the same narratives. You know what I mean? I'm not trying to bash, but just putting it out there. You know what I mean? And what's happening right now is, we're hearing rumors about DeMar DeRozan become a Laker with Lowry, and there's different things that have to happen for that to execute. You know what I mean? But the fact of the matter is that people are talking about it. You know what I mean? With people, the NBA season's done, and people are still talking about NBA stuff. That's why we're here. You know what I mean? Because there's so much information to gather about it.
I just don't think, I see a lot of veteran players willing to take the veterans minimum just to be on a Laker team, knowing that there's no guarantee to win the championship.
And to me, that shows the true colors of, where we are as people. You know what I mean? That's it.
Pray tell.
Well,
pray tell. But it's just knowing that the Lakers are in a situation where you have the face of the NBA.
Yeah.
And he's on literally the way out the door. And I mean, if the Lakers don't win this year, do y'all actually think that he's going to stick around for 2 more seasons or yet 3 seasons
of this
to wait?
Yeah, man.
And I mean to wait
really?
Not for the league. He's waiting for his son to come into the league to make that annual income when he's retired and making millions off of his sponsorship.
We'll see about that, but we'll see about that. That's interesting still,
That's 3 or 4 years, people? 3 or 4 years.
Yeah. Blink before you blink. Those 3 or 4 years it's past you a long time ago. You know what I mean? It's interesting.
I just don't get it. There's a lot of big teams in the West, and there's still so competitive teams in the East.
Yeah, and they still talk about the Lakers.
And they're still talking about the Lakers. They're guaranteed to win.
Well, when it comes to the Lakers, the media, they know how to spice things up to make things really, that's not really there,
Yeah.
So, I just know that when it comes to the Lakers, I'm happy, that hopefully it could be challenging, but now that I heard they're trying to get DeMar DeRozan, you know what I mean? I don't know who else the Raptors, the Lakers want to recruit, just to basically get a championship right away. You know what I mean? You gotta have competition involved. You know what I mean? Competition is supposed to exist. That's what makes the whole sport organic.
And bettors to make money.
Police
betting on certain teams.
Yeah.
It's called the plus minus ratios for the underdogs. And
yes,
the Lakers are definitely not the team to bet on. And I'm not saying that because I have malice on the Lakers. No, I have no malice against the Lakers. It's just that it's all about competition, and there is no competition. You're just focusing on the narrative of the Lakers to win the championship.
Yeah, man.
Yep,
and they have so many different stories. At one point, they're saying Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan be on the same team. What the Lakers got to deal with a sign trade. It's just, I don't know. I get it. There's certain players that have certain privileges and everything. I totally understand, but please explain to me, the whole situation with the Lakers. It just feels like the NBA is rooting for the Lakers. They don't have anybody there, you know what I mean, to really push the next envelope. So that's where I feel this whole thing about the Lakers moving up and this, you know, the woulda, coulda, shoulda players that didn't even sign with the Lakers yet, but all this buzz is happening, right? Because the NBA just can't leave the Lakers alone.
You know, they still have to get who's their point guard again? The shucks. I'm having such a brain fart right now.
Which actor, my brother?
Oh, that the dude with the little braid, the little dye in his hair, man. The little dye in his hair.
You talking about Dennis Schroeder?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah,
that's
Schroeder.
it.
Yeah, I got you, bro.
I mean, he still hasn't certified his contract yet either, right?
Nah,
So,
but he want money. He want a whole lot of money. And just hearing from the Lakers, they're not even, like, they're vibing him, but they're not vibing because they feel like he's bigger than the team. You know what I mean? Like, he's bigger than LeBron's blueprint. You know what I mean? That doesn't set well, you know, with a few teams out there. You know what I mean? But I just know that just hearing these stories about the Lakers, nothing. I ain't trying to put no hate or anything like that. Don't get me wrong.
Over here.
Ain't no hating over here.
Over here.
But at the same time, you just want to know why, you know, why is this team getting so much attention? There's so many teams out there. You know what I mean?
They're still getting more buzz than the champions, the Bucks.
It makes no sense, but you know, it's what's being pushed. You know, and I pray, you know, everything goes well with the next season and with the Giannis and against the super teams and stuff like that. Because you're hearing DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry join the team. It didn't happen yet, but this whole situation, hearing the rumors, you know. With the acclamation of other players, this team's gonna be super stacked. You know what I mean? Super stacked and super prepared for super stacked. They try to get super stacked, super prepared for any type of season, but there has to be competition. You know what I mean?
And there's definitely no competition in Lacquer Town.
Yeah, you know. So you know, I just gotta shout out to all the opponents that played against. That play against LeBron and vice versa, because you gotta deal with the politics, you gotta deal with the different, you know, transition of teams,
and don't forget the finances too, because these Lakers want all these big, at least B-listers or B-plus listers, and you forget there's such thing as a salary cap, and you know you can't go on a surplus, and you know. You gotta pay taxes, man.
No doubt, bro.
You know, so with all this Kawhi and Kyle and DeMar, you can bring the Spider. You can bring Dwayne Wade back for all I care. There's only so much money they can spend. And who's actually going to defer to being bench warmers just to make a team that they're not going to even be role players to play on? I just don't get it.
Yeah. No, I hear you, man. I hear you. But I just know that, like I said, all these people that just try to jump on the Laker bandwagon and see what happens and then become, you know, like championship contenders, they lost in the second round, man. Let's just be for real. You know what I mean? They lost in the second round. They lost ugly. You know what I mean? The players that you expected to set the bar, they didn't show up as usual. You know what I mean? So you're going to go by the talent and the skill set and whatever is in front of you, right? So I just got to tell everybody, you know, just keep pressing, man. Shout out to Masai. You know, I know he's working his thing in Toronto.
That's right.
You know
that's right.
Honestly, shout out to Detroit. Detroit's putting in a lot of work.
Motor City, they coming.
During this preseason, I ain't gonna lie, man. You already know what it is, Terrence Ross.
But this is honestly like the LA versus thing is done. It is over.
It's getting kind of played out.
It is over, people.
We gotta find ways to keep this competitive. You know what I mean? I'm not knocking, you know, like everybody gotta get their grind, everybody gotta get their paper, everybody gotta get, you know, gotta figure out who the hero is and all that stuff. And I get it, who people want to select. You know what I mean? But I just know that I just go by the artist competition. You know what I mean?
In order to be the champ, you gotta beat the champ.
Yeah, and a lot of people don't want to beat the champ because they don't feel that that's in them like that. You know what I mean? I, on the other hand, might move a little different. You know what I mean? But it's not even about that. Really, it's just really about seeing like who can make the adjustments in the preseason and how much adjustments are this team getting. You know what I mean? Sometimes you look at it, it's like, wow, how did this team just turn to a super team within, you know what I mean, a day or two? Right? So it's all about competition. That's I love, appreciate that. You know what I mean? So, you know, LA Lakers, keep going. I know you're not there yet. You're looking for your players. You know what I mean? Good luck with everything. Just a successful and healthy season.
We wish you all the best.
Yo, we got no, you know, it sounds like we bashing sometimes, but yo, we're just Raptor fans that just super objective, not trying to disrespect anybody. You know what I mean?
It's a business.
Absolutely. You just gotta
Strictly
look at the business. Believe that, you know? Speaking of business, man, you know, we gotta go and handle our own. You know what I mean? And just big up yourselves. East End, West End, North, South. You already know all the boroughs I called before. If you didn't, you know, forgive me. But big up yourself 10,000 times, man.
A trillion.
Oh, yeah. So, you know, signing off. Just want to give you guys a big shout out. Everybody subscribe. Please press the like, the share, and the subscribe to The Vibe. Please click on the notification. And see what type of shows you be getting, you know. It's only going to get bigger and better, you know. We just barely scratching the surface.
Not even.
All right. You guys take care out there in internet land. God bless. See you next time. Peace.
What? No shots?
Oh.
Pew, pew, pew. Ah, shucks. You got me. You got me on that one. Okay.
Pew, pew. Yeah.
Later.
HB.